What if I told you that everything you've been taught about achieving your goals, about manifesting your dreams, is fundamentally backward? We've been conditioned to believe that more effort, more hustle, and more desire will get us what we want. We push harder, we strategize more, we want it so intensely it hurts. Yet, for so many of us, our desires remain just out of reach, and we're left exhausted, wondering what we're doing wrong. The universe seems to reward struggle, but what if struggle is the very thing creating a barrier between you and your reality? You are caught in a hidden trap, a cycle I call the effort loop. It's the exhausting hamster wheel of trying harder, believing that your worthiness is tied to the intensity of your struggle. This belief, deeply embedded in our collective subconscious, is the single greatest obstacle to creation. Today, we are going to dismantle that belief. We are going to explore a principle so profoundly simple, yet so powerful, that it will permanently shift how you interact with reality. This is the simplicity principle, and it states that the speed at which your desired reality manifests is inversely proportional to the amount of resistance in your energetic field. In other words, creating what you want is not a process of adding more force, but of subtracting the resistance that blocks its natural arrival. This isn't just philosophy. This is the operational physics of consciousness. You are about to learn why letting go is more powerful than holding on, why being is more effective than doing, and how simplifying your inner world is the most sophisticated method for creating profound change in your outer world. The simplicity principle is anchored in a quantum model of reality. To understand this, let's turn to the work of physicist David Bohm. Bohm proposed that the reality we can see, touch, and measure, what he called the explicate order, is merely a projection from a deeper, invisible reality called the implicate order. Think of the implicate field as an infinite, holographic ocean of pure potential, where every possible outcome already exists as a wave of possibility. Your dream relationship, your perfect health, your financial abundance, they are not things you need to build from scratch. They are pre-existing frequencies in this field, waiting to be selected. You do not create your future. You tune into it. Your consciousness is the tuning dial. And what determines the station you tune into? It's not the force of your effort. It's the clarity of your vibrational signal. This is where resistance comes in. Resistance is any internal state that scrambles your signal. It's the static that makes your broadcast unintelligible to the quantum field. And what is resistance made of? It is desire fused with its opposites: doubt, fear, impatience, overthinking, and the desperate need to control the outcome. When you desperately want something but simultaneously worry you won't get it, you are broadcasting two contradictory signals at once. You are sending out a frequency of abundance and a frequency of lack simultaneously. The universe, which only responds to clarity, receives a garbled, incoherent mess. It cannot collapse a clear reality from a chaotic signal. The simplicity principle is about cleaning up that signal. It's about reducing your desire to a pure, simple, clean frequency, stripped of all the static of fear and doubt. It's about moving from a state of chaotic wanting to a state of calm, coherent knowing. The reason so many of us are trapped in the effort loop is because of a deeply ingrained program running in the subconscious mind. Neuroscience has shown that our subconscious governs at least 95% of our daily thoughts, behaviors, and emotional reactions. And for most of us, that programming is built on foundational beliefs of unworthiness. We were taught that we have to earn love, prove our value, and struggle to deserve success. So when we desire something, our subconscious mind automatically triggers the effort program. It believes that to receive, we must first engage in a heroic struggle. We try harder not because it's effective, but because our identity is fused with the archetype of the striver, the earner, the one who fights for what they want. This creates a profound identity-level conflict. You consciously desire a reality of ease and abundance, but your subconscious identity is that of someone who has to work hard for everything. And since the subconscious is exponentially more powerful, its signal always wins. You are not manifesting what you want. You are manifesting who you believe you are. The simplicity principle challenges you to fundamentally shift your identity. You must transition from being a person who is trying to manifest something to being the person who already has it. This isn't about pretending. It is about a deep, cellular reorganization of your state of being. You have to recondition that powerful subconscious mind, overwriting the old programs of struggle with new programs of deservingness and ease. This is the true work. It's not about manipulating the outside world. It's about becoming a new person on the inside. So how do we make this shift? How do we embody this new identity? The master teacher Neville Goddard provided the most elegant and powerful instruction for this. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the practical application of the simplicity principle. It is the art of feeling, in your body right now, the exact emotional state you would be in if your desire were already a physical fact. This is not about forced positivity or frantic visualization. It is a quiet, simple, and profound certainty. It is the calm, peaceful feeling of knowing it is done. This embodied assumption is the clean, coherent signal the quantum field has been waiting for. It's a signal of alignment. Now we must draw a critical distinction between two forms of focus: quantum observation and neurotic surveillance. True quantum observation is what the famous double-slit experiment demonstrates. The consciousness of the observer is what collapses an infinite wave of possibilities into a single particle of experience. Your focused attention on the feeling of your reality being complete is this powerful act of observation. It's an internal focus. You are observing your inner state and holding it steady. Surveillance, on the other hand, is the opposite. It is constantly looking outside of yourself for proof. It's checking your bank account, looking at your phone, searching for signs that it's working. Every time you do this, you are broadcasting a powerful signal of disbelief and mistrust. You are essentially telling the universe, "I don't believe it's done, so I need you to prove it to me." This act of surveillance re-entangles you with your current reality of lack and delays the manifestation. Your work is to turn your gaze inward, to become so absorbed in the internal reality of your wish fulfilled that the external world has no choice but to conform. To truly grasp the power of this internal state, we must look at the science of coherence. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute have demonstrated that emotions like gratitude, calm, and love create a highly ordered or coherent pattern in the rhythm of the heart. This coherence generates a powerful electromagnetic field that extends several feet out from the body. Your heart is the most powerful electromagnetic generator in your body, over 5,000 times more powerful magnetically than the brain. When you are in a state of simplicity, of assuming your wish is fulfilled, you are generating a coherent heart-brain signal. This ordered, powerful wave is your instruction to the quantum field. It is a pure, clear, undeniable signal that resonates with the possibility you have chosen in the implicate field, drawing it into your physical reality. This is the physics of resonance. Like a tuning fork causing another to vibrate, your coherent energy field activates the matching frequency in the field of potential. Now consider the opposite. Incoherence. When you are in the effort loop, striving, worrying, doubting, controlling, your heart rhythm becomes chaotic and disordered. The electromagnetic field you generate is incoherent, filled with static. This is the signal of resistance. It's a messy, distorted wave that the quantum field cannot interpret. You are broadcasting your desire, but it's buried under the much louder noise of your fear and lack. This is why pushing harder fails. The very act of forceful effort is often rooted in the fear that it won't happen otherwise, and that fear creates massive incoherence that sabotages the entire process. Furthermore, this internal state has profound biological consequences. Epigenetics shows that your emotional state sends chemical signals that can switch genes on or off. A coherent state of being literally signals your cells for health, vitality, and abundance. An incoherent state of stress and struggle signals your cells for survival, inflammation, and breakdown. The state you choose to live in is not just creating your external reality, it is creating your physical body moment by moment. The choice for simplicity is a choice for life at its most vibrant. Living this principle is about integrating it into the fabric of your daily life. It begins with becoming a master at noticing your own internal state. Your primary practice is to notice and exit the effort loop. The moment you feel yourself starting to push, to force, to worry, or to strategize out of fear, I want you to see it for what it is. A flashing neon sign that says, resistance. Do not judge it, simply notice it. Then, consciously choose to stop. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and intentionally recall the simple, calm feeling of your wish already being a reality. This simple act, repeated consistently, will begin to dissolve the old neural pathways of struggle and build new ones of ease and trust. From this place of coherence, you can then distinguish between inspired action and fear-based action. Inspired action feels light, effortless, and joyful. It's the next logical step that appears with clarity when you are in a state of alignment. It doesn't feel like you are trying to make something happen. It feels like you are participating in its unfolding. Fear-based action, on the other hand, feels heavy, forced, and draining. It comes from the thought, if I don't do this, it won't happen. Learn to recognize the difference in your body. Before you take an action, ask yourself, what is the energy behind this? Is it trust or is it fear? Choose only the actions that come from a place of clarity and inner peace. And right now, I want you to engage with this process. Go to the comments section and write down one area in your life where you have been stuck in the effort loop. The simple act of acknowledging it to yourself and this community is a powerful first step in releasing its hold on you. The most challenging part of this journey is stabilizing your new state of being when your external reality has not yet caught up. This is where most people give up. You must remember that the 3D world is an echo of your past vibration. It operates on a time delay. It is like an old photograph of where your energy used to be. Your job is not to react to the old photograph. Your job is to hold steady in your new frequency, your new identity, until the 3D reality has no choice but to update and reflect your new broadcast. This requires a radical release of attachment. You must release your attachment to when it will happen and how it will happen. The need to know the timeline and control the method is one of the deepest forms of resistance. It is a declaration of mistrust in the organizing intelligence of the universe. True power lies in resting in the certainty that it is already done in the unseen realm, and allowing the infinite wisdom of the field to orchestrate the most elegant and miraculous path for its physical arrival. To help you stabilize this state, you can practice what some have called a mental diet. This is the conscious and deliberate practice of refusing to entertain thoughts, conversations, or feelings that contradict your fulfilled desire. When a doubt or a worry appears in your mind, you do not fight it or suppress it. You simply acknowledge it and gently redirect your attention back to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You say to that old thought, I see you, but I no longer choose to give you my energy. I am focusing on what I have chosen. This practice, done with consistency, literally rewires your brain. It weakens the old neural networks of doubt and strengthens the new ones of faith and certainty. You are becoming the gatekeeper of your own mind, ensuring that your internal landscape is a pristine vibrational match to the reality you are calling forth. You are no longer waiting for a future event. You are stabilizing your state of being in a reality that already exists. Let this be the message that sinks deep into your bones. Your creative power is not in your hands, your actions, or your struggle. It is in the simplicity and coherence of your state of being. The universe is not a reluctant entity that you must convince or coerce. It is a mirror, perfectly and impersonally reflecting back to you the truth of who you are being. To change the reflection, you must change yourself. The journey of manifestation is therefore not a journey of acquisition. It is a journey of subtraction, of letting go. It is about releasing the layers of fear, the programming of unworthiness, and the addiction to struggle that have clouded the magnificent truth of who you are. You are a creator. Your natural state is one of flow, coherence, and ease. The struggle was never required. You are inherently worthy of every desire that has been placed in your heart. You do not need to earn it. You only need to allow it, and you allow it by becoming an energetic match to it. You do this by simplifying your inner world, by choosing the calm certainty of the wish fulfilled over the chaotic noise of doubt and fear. This is the great work. This is the path to effortless creation. So, your journey begins now. Your commitment today is not to do more, but to be more. Release one piece of control. Forgive one old story. Embody the peaceful feeling of your desire being yours for just 60 seconds. That is where your infinite power is unleashed. To continue this journey of remembering your power, subscribe to this channel where we will continue to explore the sacred union of modern science and ancient wisdom. But do not wait. Your new reality is waiting for your new state of being. Choose simplicity. Choose coherence. Begin now.